Major League Baseball has just dropped a bombshell decision that has sent shockwaves through the entire sports world. In one of the most dramatic and controversial moments of the season, MLB has officially issued suspensions following a violent brawl that erupted inside the stadium. The name at the center of this storm is none other than Crow-Armstrong, along with several of his teammates, who have now been handed serious punishments for their involvement in a shocking attack on Shohei Ohtani. This is not just another on-field incident. This is a moment that has left the entire baseball community stunned, angry, and deeply divided. What exactly happened during the brawl? Why did Crow-Armstrong and his teammates target Ohtani of all people? How severe are the suspensions, and what does this mean for the teams involved going forward? And most importantly, how has Ohtani responded to the entire situation? These are the questions that every baseball fan is desperately searching for answers to right now. When the starting lineups were announced before the game, nobody could have predicted what was about to unfold. The atmosphere inside the stadium was electric, as it always is when Shohei Ohtani steps onto the field. Fans had come from all corners of the country just to witness the Japanese superstar do what he does best. But what they witnessed instead was something none of them will ever forget. According to eyewitnesses inside the stadium, tensions had been building throughout the game. Players on both sides had exchanged heated words on multiple occasions, and the umpires had already issued several warnings. But nobody anticipated that things would escalate to the level they did. Within moments, the situation spiraled completely out of control, and the brawl that followed left everyone in the stadium frozen in disbelief. Reports from reporters present at the scene confirmed that Crow-Armstrong was directly involved in the confrontation with Ohtani. Sources say that the incident began near the dugout area, where words were exchanged between players from both sides. What started as a verbal disagreement quickly turned physical, and before anyone could intervene, multiple players had rushed onto the field. Ohtani, who is known for his calm and composed demeanor both on and off the field, was suddenly at the center of a dangerous and chaotic situation. Manager Dave Roberts was visibly shaken when he addressed reporters after the incident. He said that what happened on that field today was completely unacceptable and had no place in baseball. Roberts revealed that he had immediately contacted team officials and MLB representatives the moment the brawl began. He said that his first priority was making sure that Ohtani was safe and that no serious physical harm had come to his star player. Roberts also confirmed that Ohtani had been examined by the team's medical staff following the incident. He said that while Ohtani was visibly shaken by what had happened, he was physically okay and had not suffered any serious injuries. However, Roberts made it very clear that the emotional and psychological impact of such a violent confrontation should never be underestimated. He emphasized that the Dodgers organization stood fully behind Ohtani and would do everything in their power to ensure justice was served. Freddie Freeman, who witnessed the entire incident from just a few feet away, spoke to reporters with a look of genuine disbelief on his face. Freeman said that in all his years in baseball, he had never seen anything like what happened today. He said that the moment he saw players rushing toward Ohtani, his first instinct was to get to his teammate and make sure he was protected. Freeman said that the whole Dodgers clubhouse was furious and that every single player on the team was fully united behind Ohtani in demanding that MLB take serious action. Mookie Betts, who is one of Ohtani's closest friends on the team, revealed that after the incident, Ohtani sat quietly in the clubhouse for a long time without saying a word. Betts said that he had never seen the Japanese superstar look the way he did in that moment. He said that Ohtani is one of the strongest and most mentally tough athletes he has ever known, but even someone as resilient as Ohtani could not hide the fact that what had happened had deeply affected him. Betts said that the entire team gathered around Ohtani in the clubhouse to show their support and let him know that he was not alone. It did not take long for Major League Baseball to respond. Within hours of the incident, MLB officials launched a formal investigation into the brawl. Video footage from multiple camera angles was reviewed, witness statements were collected, and the full sequence of events was carefully reconstructed by league officials. The verdict came swiftly and without hesitation. MLB has officially announced that Crow-Armstrong has been handed a significant suspension for his role in the attack on Ohtani. Additionally, several of his teammates who were found to have actively participated in the brawl have also been suspended. The exact length of the suspensions has sent a clear and powerful message to every player, manager, and team in the league. This kind of behavior will not be tolerated under any circumstances. Sources close to the investigation revealed that the video footage was absolutely damning. It clearly showed the sequence of events that led to the confrontation and confirmed that the attack on Ohtani was not a random escalation but a targeted and deliberate act. This detail has only added to the outrage felt by fans, players, and officials across the entire league. The reaction from across the baseball world has been immediate and overwhelming. Former players, current stars, coaches, and analysts have all spoken out in the hours following MLB's announcement. The consensus is clear. What happened to Ohtani was wrong, and the punishments handed down by MLB are both deserved and necessary. Many analysts have pointed out that this incident carries a significance that goes far beyond just the players involved. Shohei Ohtani is not only one of the greatest baseball players in the world today, but he is also a global ambassador for the sport. He has brought millions of new fans to baseball, particularly from Japan and across Asia. An attack on Ohtani is, in many ways, an attack on the sport itself. That is why MLB moved so quickly and decisively to address the situation. Former Dodgers players who have spoken to local media have expressed their full support for Ohtani and praised the league for taking swift action. They said that the suspension sent a powerful message that the integrity and safety of every player on the field must always be protected, regardless of who is involved. Shortly after MLB's announcement, reporters caught up with Shohei Ohtani as he made his way through the stadium. Unlike his usual warm and approachable demeanor, Ohtani was noticeably quieter than normal. However, when asked for a brief comment, the Japanese superstar stopped and addressed the situation with the grace and dignity that has always defined him. Ohtani said that he appreciated the support of his teammates, the Dodgers organization, and the millions of fans who had reached out to show their concern. He said that moments like these are never easy, but that he believed in the process and trusted MLB to handle the situation the right way. He also made it clear that nothing that had happened would affect his love for the game or his commitment to giving everything he had every single time he stepped onto the field. Those words, spoken quietly but with unmistakable conviction, drew an emotional response from the reporters gathered around him. Several journalists who have covered Ohtani for years said that in that brief moment, they were reminded once again why this man is so much more than just a baseball player. He is a symbol of resilience, dignity, and an unbreakable love for the sport. Back in the Dodgers clubhouse, the mood was a mixture of anger, relief, and deep admiration for their teammate. Freeman stood up in the middle of the room and addressed his fellow players directly. He said that what had happened today would only make this team stronger. He said that every player in that room knew what Ohtani meant to this team, to this city, and to this sport, and that nothing and nobody would ever change that. Manager Dave Roberts ended his press conference with a message that perfectly captured the feeling inside the Dodgers organization. He said that Shohei Ohtani is the heartbeat of this team and that the entire Dodgers family stood behind him completely. He said that the suspensions handed down by MLB were the right decision, and that he hoped this would serve as a turning point that made the game safer and more respectful for every player involved. The baseball world will be watching closely in the days ahead as the suspended players begin their appeals process and as Ohtani prepares to return to the field. But one thing is already certain. This incident has changed the conversation around player safety in Major League Baseball, and the name Shohei Ohtani will forever be at the center of that story. Thank you for watching. Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. Subscribe to our channel for more interesting and up-to-date information.